Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd share what's in my fabric stash at the moment and all the summer sewing plans that I want to do. So I have a lot of fabric in my stash at the moment, but I've kind of handpicked 5 different pieces that I want to sew in the next month or so. And I'm going to share the different projects that I want to create. So I've got underwear, dresses, tops, and nightwear. There's a lot to get through, so let's just jump straight into it. So the first fabric I actually wanted to share is this gorgeous mint shade stretchy fabric that has this really pretty glittery detail. And it's actually called the Lurex Sparkle Stretch Knit fabric in the shade Mint on Minerva's website. And as soon as I saw this fabric, I knew I wanted to make the Jessica dress. And the Jessica dress is a pattern that I released recently. And it's actually a cow neck dress. But I thought it is actually made for woven fabrics, but I thought I could totally hack this and make it out of a stretchy fabric. I just think it makes such a gorgeous cowl detail. And it's just something that really caught my eye. I was gifted this fabric from Minerva's brand ambassador program, but it just really is something that I think is so special. I've never really come across something like this before, and I think it will make a gorgeous evening style dress, and paired with the cowl neck pattern would be such a pretty staple piece. So the next fabric I wanted to talk about is this really gorgeous stripy green knit fabric. It's something I've never really worked before, but I love how this looks. I only got 1 meter of this, so I'm thinking of making a stretch crop top. It's something that I'm gonna have to self-draft. I found this really cool example on Pinterest of something that I think really captures what I'm trying to create. So it has this button down front, it's a crop top, and then it also has cap sleeves. I can't find a pattern of this online already, so I'm trying to think about how I'm gonna self-draft this myself. I really think this fabric would work really well with this sort of vibe that I'm thinking of creating. This is another inspiration example that I found, but this one has long sleeves, and I'm thinking long sleeves with this fabric might feel a bit too strange. So I'm thinking it has to be cap sleeves and a crop top for this sort of fabric style to suit me. But yeah, I can't wait to actually start playing around with this and see what I come up with. So the next fabric I wanted to share is actually in the post, so it hasn't arrived yet. It's this gorgeous spotty cotton poplin, and it's something that really caught my eye. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have known I recently did a poll kind of asking what patterns you guys suggest for doing nightwear. So a lot of you suggested the Closet Core Caroline pajamas, and there's something that I've always caught my eye and I've wanted to sew. But I saw the kind of poll was actually a bit of a tie with the Caroline PJs and the Agnes PJs by Paper Theory. They're both really nice patterns. I'm still undecided which one I actually want to sew, but I know the fabric that I've chosen is something that will work with both of them. This is the original inspiration pic that I actually found on Pinterest, and I like it because the fabric feels really statement and different. I couldn't actually find something like that that wasn't super expensive. I know if you went on Spoonflower, that's something you could definitely find on there, but I kind of wanted to play around with a cheaper fabric considering I haven't sewn any of those patterns before, and then if it works out really well, I'll definitely splash out and spend something on Spoonflower. But yeah, this fabric, it looks really nice. I actually can't wait to see this, what it looks like in person, so I'm gonna have to share that when that actually comes in. So the next fabric that I actually have in my stash, and I had this for a long time, I just never known what to use it for, is this really cool cotton jersey, and I'm thinking this would be perfect to try my first pair of underwear. And I actually got, so it's obviously an aubergine color with pink stripy dots, and then I bought this matching lace trim which kind of picks up the pink in the fabric. So I think that would make such a nice pairing. I actually don't know what pattern to use. I have found quite a few free patterns online, and then this one that I found caught my eye. It has like a very simple shape and structure. I think that's something I could want to try. Because I haven't sewn underwear before, I actually have no idea how to make it. And I haven't even actually bought the fold over elastic to use in the legs of the underwear. So I'm gonna have to see how that looks like and where I can actually purchase that from. I'm thinking Amazon will be a good place to find that. But yeah, I don't really sew with lace that much, and this is actually elastic, so we'll have to see how this behaves, but I think it will be such a fun project to start trying. I don't actually often sew with cotton jersey. I remember making a present for my niece and that turned out really well, but I've never used cotton jersey for adults, so it'll be interesting to see how that behaves and if I even like the feeling of it. But I know people use cotton jersey for making kind of sweaters or tops that need a bit of stretch, so it feels very comfy. I'm not sure the pattern would work as well as like a garment other than something small like underwear, but I think it'll be fun to try. So the next fabric that I've had in my stash for a while again is this really cool yellow stretchy fabric. It's obviously like a cotton jersey, but it looks so pretty. It has a lot of drape, which is why it caught my eye in the beginning. I think I got this in sale at my local fabric shop, and I just love how fun and bold the print feels. So this is what it looks like close up. This fabric does have a lot of stretch, and I've really been umming and ahhing about what I actually want to make out of this. I was actually thinking of making the Leona dress out of this because I know it will hug the body really nicely, and it feels like such a nice weight to work with that sort of pattern. I also recently released the Jaya jumpsuit, and I know this would work really well with that pattern as well. I've already made 3 of the Jaya jumpsuits recently, so I'm kind of thinking of making something a bit different to have a bit of variety in my wardrobe. I'm thinking a Leona dress in this would really work so well. Like, it's such a fun print. I really think this will look so nice as like a fitted dress all the way down. And I haven't got many options in my wardrobe that are made out of more kind of casual fabrics, which is why I think this would work really well. So I'll definitely post about this online when I'm making this and share on my Instagram. So the next fabric I actually wanted to share is this really simple beige t-shirt fabric. I got this from myfabrics.co.uk, and it honestly feels like such a nice quality piece. So if I just turn it around to the right side, you can actually see what this looks like. It has such a lovely sort of ribbing detail, and the color is like a really nice off-white beige, and it just looks super nice and super relaxed. So I'm really loving the loungewear sort of vibe at the moment, and I think this would make such a great, simple, relaxed t-shirt. I actually found this example on Pinterest, and I really like the cropped style and how relaxed and casual it feels. So I'm thinking of either drafting my own pattern to make a t-shirt out of this, or if you have any pattern recommendations for like a cropped, relaxed t-shirt for this sort of fabric, definitely let me know, because I kind of want to see if I actually need to self-draft this or if there's something similar out there already. So I actually bought 1 meter of this, and I'm not sure I'll even need the whole meter just to make a crop style t-shirt. So maybe I could make like a matching bodycon skirt or something like that, so it becomes more of a set that I can wear separately or together. So that's all my sewing plans for the next month or so. I honestly have so much fabric in my stash, and I really find it hard to prioritize which ones to use now and which ones to save for later, but I think those 5 that I've just chosen are such a great start into using things I already have in my stash. Let me know in the comments if you'd actually use these fabrics differently, if you have any pattern recommendations of what you would use instead, or if you actually like the plans that I've actually chosen with the fabrics that I've shared. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'll see you in the next one.